ngoma when you get it, say, enter at your own risk. We would sing it to every single person of the phone join.
Yes, because we didn't want to take the responsibility. Okay, I'm not finding the conversation, but
we're gonna look for it, and then we're gonna edit.
I do have proof of me convincing somebody. I was sending them screenshots one by one, saying please. And at the end of the conversation, that's the part that I was looking at, and that says at your own risk.
Enter at your own risk. We emphasize
because
that.
We knew something like this was gonna happen. At the end of the day, we were gonna lose. But one thing I like about this thing.
So hi guys, welcome back to Fort TV. My name is Lulah Blue, your host, and I'm with my sister Samantha Mapiye, who is going to be part of today's discussion. And as you may have seen on the thumbnail, that today we're going to talk about pyramid schemes. And I think the most important thing, Jay, is to explain the nature. Don't look sad.
It's the thought of pyramid schemes and the experiences. It makes me look sad. So talking about it, Jay, doesn't make me light up. So yeah.
Okay. So I guess we'll just go straight to the heart of the issue that we're going to talk about today. So it's a different way of doing podcasting. I know we look a little bit, way too relaxed, but I feel like talking about matters this deep needs us to be a little bit relaxed,
comfort zone.
Comfortable, because we're about to talk about things that are very hard on life. Right.
But this is not hard on life because it's a decision that you make while at least you know the consequences and you wait for the consequences. But when they strike, because you are waiting, it's like waiting for death. You know death is there.
It's gonna come.
And
then it's gonna be painful.
It's gonna be painful. But the fact that it happens while at least you are not expecting it that day, it's hard. But in life, something like this is gonna happen. So that's how it is with pyramid scheme. You enter into it knowingly what you're doing, waiting for expiring date. But when the expiring date comes, you sleep with your shoes. You see?
You sleep with your shoes. Okay, fine. So we didn't even greet again. Someone that didn't even greet you guys.
Hello guys, I'm so sorry for that. But as I said, this is not a laughing matter. It's really hurts. Yeah, it's really hurts. But life goes on. Hey.
Okay, so I just want us to talk about the introduction of the pyramid scheme. So someone whom I'm not gonna mention introduced this pyramid scheme to me first. And they were like, it's an opportunity to make money. And if I'm interested, I can just, join it. You join with as little as 110 Rand and you earn 5 Rand a day for 30 days, I think. Initially, it was 30 days because things changed along the way. So initially, it was 30 days. And then, I would earn 5 Rand each and every single day for 30 days. So you can just multiply that and see how much that would be. 5 times 30, how much is that?
That's about
3, 6, 9, 12.
Ish, makes troubling us.
150.
Yeah, it will be 150. It will be 150.
Wait.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, it is.
So, but then wait. So it wasn't exactly 5 Rand. No, it was 6 Rand something.
Because if you invested 110, you were getting about 200 and something.
Should you probably 6 Rand something?
Yes.
When is it? 6 Rand. 650.
Yeah, let's say 650
times
30.
So it wasn't 30. It wasn't 30 days.
It was more than 30 days.
It was probably
you were earning about 200
days.
and something.
Yes, because that was the minimum pay. And obviously, everyone who starts the pyramid scheme, when people tell you to join it, they tell you join with the minimum amount so that you can see if it works, and then you can process your first withdrawal. And the minimum amount you could withdraw was 20 rand.
Yes.
And with every withdrawal, they take 5% of whatever you're processing. So if you're withdrawing 20 rand, they take 5% of that, which is 10 rand.
5%, it's about 50. Of 20 rand, it's about 50 cents.
How am I in the things?
Yo, maths is troubling us. Maths is troubling us.
Sorry.
So we're
So you're gonna rely on the
20
calculator right now because I don't know what's happening with my brain.
It's 1 rand.
Aibo, 5% of 20 rand.
Yes, it's 1 rand.
Aibo.
Yeah.
Not 0.05. It's 5%.
No, 5% is the same thing.
It's 5%, right? 5%.
Wait. It's 1. It's the same thing. It's 0.05.
Really?
Okay, we are not on the maths lesson thingy. Let's
I know.
continue, guys. As maths troubling us,
I am so embarrassed.
Continue. So, let me just hijack her and talk about this thing I want to address before she goes on. So, there's this thing about pyramid scheme. They always give you an offer that is attractive. So, this is how this pyramid scheme that we joined was going. So whenever you deposit your money, they give you we can say it's a payback. So once you purchase that, as a first new person, so once you purchase that first minimum amount, they were giving you a payback of 20 rand. So the fact that you just joined and you just received 20 rand for free at the first moment.
It was exciting.
It was exciting because
they're like, I'm already making money. You can already process that 20 rand out. And it will get into your account.
And within few days of receiving those daily incomes, and you see 100 rand is there, and you collect that 100 rand, it wouldn't take even about 3 to 2 days.
It was 72 hours.
Yes.
The maximum was 72 hours for your money to get into your account.
Then when you see that pop up, that message, because black people, and then no, that's wrong. Not black people. All people these days we are living for money. Everybody's hunting money.
So, my first withdrawal, it was unsuccessful. Why? Because my banking details were wrong. Because you had to put your banking details there. And that's like another issue with banking details and proof of payment and whatnot. The only way you could send money to them was through adding the recipient, right, of the money as a beneficiary, and then you deposit the money to them. So if you're using a different bank, like maybe you're depositing to a Standard Bank account, then you have to make it an immediate payment, right? And then you send them proof of payment, and then they process the other things on their side, and then the money starts reflecting in your account. Before we started having issues with people with money reflecting in people's accounts, it was fine. Like, it would just happen instantly, right? And then you can use the money once the money reflects in your account under under recharge. So you take the money and then you buy assets, and then they really encourage people to make money and buy more assets, because I remember one of the most famous statements from the lady whose name was Tina, and I don't know if it was a lady because the profile was a lady and the number was an American, an American number.
44.
Yeah, +44. That was the number of the person who was the admin. And there are a lot of people. Wasn't there about like 900 and something people in the group?
Yes.
And that was just like group B or something. They were like different groups, because initially we were in another group, and then I think the person whom we had joined under and then had a lot of people. Then we were shifted to be a separate group just under them, and there were other groups, so they had alphabets of naming the groups. And the name of the pyramid scheme, yes, that was very important. The name of the pyramid scheme was EF. And the tricky part is there is actually EF jewelry in America by the same Emily Strauss. Yes. And if you Google it, you will find it. And they would give us links to that website, to her actual website. But the tricky part was it had nothing to do with her. And if you would search EF just to verify whether it's a pyramid scheme or whatnot, you would not find nothing. That's why I'm putting this information up there, because I feel like this information is so important for someone else to, like, when they're searching, maybe next time when they find themselves of course, these pyramid schemes change names, but the characteristics in the way things are done are almost the same. Obviously, once you see that something is too good to be true, it's definitely not true. It's not. It's not. And we knew it wasn't real. It wasn't true. But we did it anyway because we were taking chances. We were like, "Lele pano, lele salendile. Let's make the most of it. If it goes where it goes, then it's fine." But we anticipated the going day would probably be sometime late, like in December. So we were like, we're going to cash up before December. But they knew, I think they probably thought about that people would think, they're going to like go away or dissolve the whole thing like in December. So they dissolved it way early.
And this is the thing about them. They made this thing to be attractive so that we can invest more and more. But as for us, we were so relaxed that we saw the signs. It was really giving, I'm about to go. It was really giving, I'm about to go. But at the moment, all of us were like, no, let's try it one more time. Let's invest one more time until, Balon, I'm healing.
I think what made us invest just one more time was because they started having these sales, these crazy sales where you were gonna get a crazy amount of money after a few days.
Yeah.
Ne?
You put 1,000. You put about 1,000. You get it about 5,000. You put about 2,000. You get it about 8,000.
But the tricky part was you couldn't receive this money daily. And with the other ones you could receive daily, but with this one you had to wait for the entire 7 days to finish. Then you get it, and there had been a round, the first round, where people did that, they got their money. So the second round, the people who had done it before and the people who had not done it because they had seen proof, because we were very much encouraged every single day to log in onto our apps, receive the money, take a screenshot, and then send it in the group. And whenever you receive a bonus, you take a screenshot, you send it to the group. So this is getting everyone excited. They can see it's real, it's exciting. Other people are actually making money, and people who were team leaders, other people were promoted to like team leaders depending on how many people you have joined under you. You get to be a team leader, you get to get this bonus things, you get like a t-shirt, your TV. Others even got cars, guys. People got cars. It was part of the whole pyramid scheme. People got cell phones, people got certificates, but the certificates were useless though.
But we still have them. We still have them. It's proof. It's proof of this journey, because when you talk about this, I'm so sure people are so curious to see what was going on. So we do have proof, and we do have certain things that can give you ideas of what was going on, like the balances, the structure of what was going on, the balances. I think I still have screenshots of me explaining this to somebody, convincing them to invest.
And you know, one thing that I like about the person who made me join, they would tell me that whenever you are making someone join under you, tell them this is a pyramid scheme and it's going to leave anytime. It's going to dissolve anytime. So if something happens to your fans, please don't look at me. We don't know each other like that. Like, we don't owe each other anything.
I'm looking for
but when you get it, say, enter at your own risk. We would sing it to every single person of the Funuk join.
Yes, because we didn't want to take the responsibility. Okay, I'm not finding the conversation, but
we're gonna look for it, and then we're gonna edit.
I do have proof of me convincing somebody. I was sending them screenshots one by one, saying please. And at the end of the conversation, that's the part that I was looking at, and that says at your own risk.
Enter at your own risk. We emphasize
because
that.
We knew something like this was gonna happen. At the end of the day, we were gonna lose. But one thing I like about this thing, what happened was, like, we started investing our own money. We put our own money. As time goes on, we had profits. Then from those profits,
we reinvested. So we took back our money.
We took back our money, and we're like, no, I got my money that I invested, but me, I never invested much money. Hey, I never risked
This one.
I never risked
So I was always like, you know what? I don't want to waste my savings on this and whatnot. But what I did, I was very lucky. I don't want to lie. I'm one of the most lucky people on the app because I woke up one day. It was a Sunday. Oh Lord.
Hey.
It was a Sunday, and in my recharge, there was a chunk of money. There was like 5.6. And I was like, I haven't ever invested this much money in this app. What's going on? And that money was there by mistake. And then I consulted, asked my sister.
Yes,
Kuri,
tell them. I gave you confidence.
should I call Lady Lo, Tina, and tell her, because her full name was Christina, but she preferred Tina. I'm like, should I call Tina and tell her that they have made a mistake on their side and there's like 5.6 in my account that's reflecting in my account? What should I do? Should I tell her and so that can remove the amount and make corrections? Or should I just be a bad person, Jay? Or should I? Because I felt like I was being a bad person and take the money. I knew it was a pyramid scheme, and I could have taken the money. And I think that should have just been like,
guys, you want manna to come in the form of manna like the old days of Moses? No, it's manna from heaven.
So when I asked this one, what do you think I should do? She's like, you're still asking me, why haven't you bought assets already? And I'm like, yo, girl, let me go to church. And I'll come back. And I was there at church, I was sitting, I couldn't sit. I kept on just looking at the money because investing 5.6 meant I was probably going to get 18,000 rand in returns. But in daily, I'd be receiving my 300 and something. And then obviously, they also had another rule that you cannot benefit from someone who joined under you if they have assets that earn more than you do. So me getting 5.6 because I had other people that were registered under me, and one of them had invested like 3 point something, and some of them had invested like a lot of money than I did because at that time I think I had invested 500 rand. So then I took all the money. So before taking the money, I went to church, right? And I started thinking, am I a bad person? I asked so many people, and so many people told me to do it. And when I did it, I kind of felt like I wasn't doing it because these people were telling me to do it. I think the main reason why I kept on going and asking these people what I should do is because deep down, I wanted to still feel like a good person after committing this crime, being dishonest about this fund. So fine. So I bought the assets and I felt bad until the Banoi left. When the Banoi left, I was like, man, I wasn't supposed to feel bad. Unfortunately, it left after I had withdrawn at only, I think, 4,000 rand of that money from that 5.6. Because I had to, yes. One thing about me, I shame, because she joined under me, this one, but she was a very bad contributor towards my success. Because she would join with 110, but my 200 and something. That means whatever portion I'm getting. What was the percentage of
you're getting about 56 cents.
Imagine every day I wake up to 56 cents from this one.
And I didn't even get somebody. Just imagine, guys, I'm so bad at convincing people. I have now noticed it. I didn't even get somebody to join under me.
I feel like the problem with convincing people, you first have to be delulu. You have to believe it so much so that it's transparent to the next person that you solemnly believe in this. The minute you have doubts, people have doubts. They can't join. And also, it says a lot about your cycle. I have my cycle of friends.
My circle of friends, they love money.
We will cause each other. Let's figure it out. But guys, what will we be doing?
My circle of friends love money, but I don't think they are willing to invest. They are not willing to take risk because I feel like on the circle of my friends, we're only 2 accountants. So we only one who can take risk. The other ones, no.
That's very important. I wanted to say that's a very big contributor because I also feel like most of my friends that were familiar with like entrepreneurship, with businesses, it was like, what the heck? Let me just invest money that I'm willing to lose.
Yes.
And then that depends on how much money do you have then how much money are you willing to lose? Because now when I invested, I was like, I'm willing to lose 500 rand. It's fine. Let me invest that. Yeah, boy, and then I started. But someone else would have been, 500 rand is a lot of money. Yeah, boy. But we get scammed every day. I kept on saying, I was scammed more than this. So,
when I experienced scam,
and it's fine. So if I lose like 500 rand, it's not that bad. That's what I said until I got my 500 back, right? Because we joined a bit early. I feel like also another thing with pyramid schemes, you don't know where it's at because we kept on asking people to join because we never know how it was. And one of the huge setbacks that we experienced because of this when the whole thing dissolved, of course we were like looking forward to the money, and it was painful because we were like had plans. You're like, okay, fine, now I'm living comfortably, and okay, fine, I can start this and this and this.
Yes, the shoe that we wanted to buy it is get.
She had a shoe. I was thinking of paying back Vits.
Listen, yeah, we had bigger dreams about the money.
Now that I think about it, I suffered a huge loss because mind you, Vits is not paid.
But when it was going to the end, we all saw it. But we were also convinced because we kept on making a list hoping that money will come out.
Yo, the number of calls I kept on having daily, I'm like, yeah, but literally is shaky. And okay, after, oh, this is what happened. Yo, how did it crash? That's a very important thing to tackle. Crash. So we woke up one day and Ukel had sent this big a message saying that everyone has to verify their accounts. And people who don't verify their accounts with like 2,000 rands today, they're not going to get their money. At this point, because it was happening in one pyramid scheme, and I was in multiple pyramid schemes. Okay, by multiple, that sounds very dramatic, but I was in two. I was in two pyramid schemes. And the other one was Kenko. And so EF dealt with jewelry. And Kenko was coffee.
Yes.
And there was another one called agriculture, but I wasn't part of agriculture.
I didn't know about that one.
I had a connection.
Yo.
On my pyramid scheme. And it was so Yo. It's just things about us. If I was part of all of them, I think a part of me kept on saying, like I kept on taking 3 steps forward, 2 steps, like 4 steps, 5 steps back. I kept on having doubts, and when it finally did happen, I was like, it's fine because I held back. I kept on holding back. But people did make money, I don't want to lie. But it's always the people who joined obviously a long time ago who benefit from pyramid schemes because they are used as part of the advertisement, part of the encouragement. Then we get more numbers because the very pyramid scheme, how they work is you just have to add someone under you. You add someone under you, add someone under you. And the more people you add under you, the better the benefits that you have. Like I said, people bought cars, people had money. And I remember when it crashed, the person who had joined, who had facilitated the whole process of me joining under them, right? They were about to become a millionaire. There were a few payments to being a millionaire.
Yeah.
So you can just imagine how big of a scheme, a pyramid scheme is. So yes, the lady says that everyone has to verify their account with amount of 2,000 rand, and it has to be done before 6 p.m. that day. Was it 6 p.m.
Yeah,
the initial
it was
time?
6. Then she came back with a message that's saying the South African banks. Oh no! Before that, she started with the message that says this. They've been communicating with the South African banks, and the South African banks have something to say about how people are receiving their money because you couldn't trace the money that they send you. So once you've processed a payment, it comes back to your account. If something happens during the process and you want to go back to the bank and say like there was a payment made, they were not able to provide a proof of payment that says money was coming into your account.
Red flag.
Red flag.
Because I remember I had an issue.
Reference also. Their reference when the money was coming in, it was not clear. It was not saying who's this money coming from, which bank was it coming from. But they were using Capitec. These people were using Capitec because the account that we were depositing money into, it was Capitec. And if you wanted your money to reflect fast,
you had to use Capitec.
You had to use Capitec.
I feel like for the most part, people who use Capitec got got away with a lot of transactions, with a lot of things.
And
without,
we are not saying something bad about Capitec. No. We are talking about the EF pyramid scheme. Nothing bad
how it
about Capitec.
operated. Yes, how it operated. I feel like that's very important. I was actually thinking about that. Like at the back of my mind, I was just mentioning it.
No, we are not saying anything bad about Capitec.
But my account, right? I had a separate account, which I'm not gonna mention because now it seems like we're advertising and bashing banks. But no, because we would wanna work with them one day.
Yes.
Anyway, so that bank blocked me. It blocked my card. There I am at refinery. I took this jacket. It was on sale. It was just after winter. So you know how things go on sale before we start like the summer sale, like the summer things come in. And this jacket was on markdown from like 800 rand. I think it was being sold for like 500, or was it 4? I think. And I had money in my account. There I went at refinery. I took the jacket I'm about to pay. Card declined. Why? And Betty, it's not even a thing of insufficient funds. No, it was reported lost. I'm like, my card was reported lost. Here's the card. This is me. Do you want my ID? This is my card. So what do you mean it was reported lost? So I went to the bank and I asked them, what's happening with my card? As until today, it hasn't been unblocked.
Yeah.
And then just told me that there's a transaction of 299 rand 95 cents. I remember even the cents. That they can't trace. And the bank wants to trace that because they suspect some fraudulent activities. Fine.
200 fraud.
299.95. It doesn't matter. I think like with fraud, it doesn't matter well how much it is. It's as long as it's suspicious. And I was like, fraud. Got 299 rand 95 cents. Really?
But it happened.
And I don't have access to the account, and it has money in it. It is blocked because that was the account that I was using. Because I said to myself, I don't know these people, like the EF people. I don't know them. I don't know the Kenko people. If it happens that I know they are pyramid scheme, yes, and I know one day they're gonna go, but I don't know how they work, they operate. What if how they operate extends to them somehow having access to our account and withdrawing whatever we have, So I was like, I want to protect my funds. So my Capitec, which is the one I use the most, I was not using that for that.
Yes.
I had a different account for that. In that account, they were like, nah, we don't do that here.
Yeah.
And they really.
So, as we were saying how it went, because we have a lot to talk about this.
And I feel we're actually going to 30 minutes now.
30 minutes, and I think we should do part 1 and part 2 about it. But let's summarize it all. So, after the long message, she came back with the message that says South African banks have extended. And like the extension was for us guys to find money so that we can deposit. So certain people, who were like most of our group leaders, they did deposit something. And we were like, no, since they deposited something, we're going to see how it's going to go with them. So every day you were receiving money. The one that we're supposed to be receiving, we kept on seeing it on the app.
Oh yes, another thing there's an important detail that we forgot to mention. When the message of the South African banks thing and the blockade and the verification came through, they blocked all our accounts. Yes. So you couldn't process a withdrawal. You could only do like buy assets because now you're doing it now. Yes. With the balance that is already in your account, you could only see the money in the app. The app was like working and everything, but you couldn't access the funds. There was no way. So it's like a game, Jay. Like, you know how you win funds in the game and you only use those funds in that particular game. Yes. It became that. It became just a useless game.
And so after that, we kept on seeing our money accumulating, receiving every day. For me, I think I tracked it for almost 1 week.
1 week. And how much did you end up with after 1 week?
I think it was 37,000.
37,000.
Yes.
So much.
Because this is what happened. I saw my balance was like about, the first balance was of 5,000 something. And it had a sale. It had a sale. that says I can put 5,000 and I will have about 20,000 in 2 days. I did. I bought those assets. And I knew that the money wasn't coming out, but the fact that I was seeing the balances and I kept on
And it was just
checking.
like this, this.
And my daily incomes, I kept on receiving them.
And this,
I'll go to the app and receive.
yes, because I think I did that for a couple of days and I was like, this is. Oh, yes, I did it until the app stopped working.
Yeah, it
At
just
some
went
point,
black.
it stopped working. Shoots, I think they were just processing everything, finishing up. And the craziest thing is, one of my friends said, what if this person is in Bram?
Yeah, like
And-
around you.
Yes, and they were never in the US where they said they were at. And somehow, somewhat, they managed to get an international number. You know how people can access almost everything these days. And I was like, Yazi, that's not an exception, Yazi. I don't really exclude that.
Oh, okay.
It's so wide.
It's so wide.
You still have the app. You have the link.
You guys, you don't understand.
We'll take a screenshot and then
We'll
we'll
take
put
a
it here so that you
yeah.
guys can see.
So that you guys can see. It's not visible, Sham.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not showing.
It still requires my phone number and my password. I don't know if I still remember it.
Another red flag. You didn't have to register like your information. All that mattered was
Your cell
phone number, your secret password,
and your bank, your account number, because they didn't need
you only added your account number. That's all that mattered. And you couldn't have multiple accounts under one number or under one person, because everyone needed to be communicated to privately. Because those people kept on communicating with everyone, encouraging everyone to add people, participate in the group, be active, participate in the meetings. There were so many unplanned meetings with emojis on the meetings, and the meetings were never live that we see the person. No. It was
messages.
It was
and you
text
could
messages on WhatsApp.
Only react.
And you could only react to those messages. So it was basically, so guys, this is the direction we're taking, this and this and this and this. And then it was just like longitudinal
And they were saying
leadership.
they were building a company here. She kept
And
on
they
saying,
even showed us pictures of the offices that they were building. And it wasn't fake,
wasn't
because there
Cape
were
Town.
even people who went to the opening of the thing, like the launch of the thing.
And they were providing money for, but I don't want to lie, this was a pyramid scheme that I saw something coming out of it, because we have people who attended the NGOs. Yeah.
Hey,
And they
to
would
give
give
food.
gifts.
Yes, they would go and buy food in bulks and stuff, and they were helping communities. And there was even a community tab.
Yes.
On the app, there was a community tab where people are receiving things, and
people did benefit from this one. I don't want to lie. Those who invested much benefited, and some communities we had group leaders there. They did got something. And the before this thing dissolved, there was a community that was given parcels.
Yeah, and that day, that community that was given parcels, a lot of people joined.
Yes.
A lot of people joined.
Yes.
A lot of people lost money.
But yeah, it's a life lesson.
know.
Okay, just to ask, if this thing is to come back, would you risk?
If it's like March, April, I'll join.
Okay, we don't learn. We
Guys,
don't
I have
learn.
a
When
friend.
it comes to money, we don't learn.
I have a friend name who has a friend who introduced this other app where you watch videos so that you earn money.
Yeah.
And my friend, because my friend was part of this pyramid scheme with me, kept on telling me how this app is so boring because it's not like EF. With EF, you didn't have to do much, but you just get money.
Like, you log in the morning, you
Every
get
day.
money.
And you take a screenshot and then send you the group. And then
That was it.
For me, like, bona. Later on, you just attend those meetings and you get a bonus
Yeah, you
for
get
attending
money
meetings.
for
Like,
attending
you get
meetings.
paid 2 rand for attending a meeting. How much do you get paid to attend a meeting?
Paid zero, Susie. No refreshments.
No refreshments, nothing. And you don't even have to go to the place. Because also, you actually don't even have to react to all the messages. Because when the bonus code comes in, you just copy and paste. You just have to be fast about it.
Yeah.
have to be fast
It was
about it.
limited.
It was fun. It was painful. It was like like my hand did.
It was like
so
you did feel
painful.
the pain.
Like a, you know, like when you have like a sore or something, and you have that but elastoplasty, and someone just wraps it off.
Yeah, that was
like,
the pain.
Like fast, like waxing.
I think. Okay, so this is what happened when this happened. Here, we didn't discuss about it. Like, everybody was quiet. It was 3 of us who were in this. She was not here. So, we're keeping it cool. We don't want to ask each other.
We don't want to talk about it.
So, for me, I was alone. Like, I'm mostly, like, locked up. So, I was alone. I didn't talk about what was happening. So, 2 issues was going on there. It was money and another issue. Jiggy. This one comes. And if people, how are you? Jesus Christ. We're trying to get over this.
I wanted us to talk about it. I feel like it's very important to talk about things.
And we kept
but
on
then
saying,
I mean timing is also very important.
We kept on praying.
But I wanted everyone to talk about it. I wanted people to mourn, because I wasn't mourning a loss of my money. I was mourning a loss of hopes, of dreams, of
what you wanted to do with that money.
With that money, if I had it, it's like playing
I still think about the
or
shoe.
betting and just hoping that you win. But then in this case, it almost felt like we were guaranteed to win. So we had plans, because then we knew we
back.
money. That's the thing. If EF comes back, it's crazy, because I feel like a lot of people, even though they know it's a pyramid scheme, they're going to still invest in EF because of how it just was structured, its way of doing things, how crazy of a ride it was for when it did last. And I remember just saying to myself, I feel like I should be sad, like way sadder than how I feel. But seeing how other people around me are reacting, I did win, and I should acknowledge that I did win. And I shouldn't take that away from people, because other people lost money.
Yeah,
I remember
somebody who was like just joined with 14,000.
They invested 14,000,
and they were
the day
expecting
before,
about 60,000. Expecting about 60,000. Yeah.
Back.
With 14, expecting about 60,000 back. And this is what was the conversation. I had that conversation with that person, and be like, no, if this money comes out like nicely, because this person is about taking risk. I don't know, like it takes risk. It's a view. So it's like, after this, if this money comes out, I'm putting it all. I'm putting the benefits
back in, because if then they invest like 60,000, and they probably want to get
more than 100,000.
I don't know. So they're probably gonna make their way to being a millionaire as well, like the other guy.
Us Jay with our 500 friends. Yeah, we did.
So now we were just
yeah, for us, as you said, it's not about the money. It was about the hope and what we were expecting to do with that money. But it's not about that. No, we lost our money. So guys, that's it about EF. We have evidence in between the videos, as you have seen, and this is what we are making you guys be aware of. There are pyramid schemes out there, and people are making money from them, and at the end of the day, you're gonna lose. But it's all about taking risk. I'm not recommending, but
I don't recommend. I highly don't recommend, because I feel like it's very, it's heavy mentally. It's very heavy.
Yeah, it is
mentally, and if you're not careful, you might find yourself
one thing that
being depressed and whatnot.
You said you were gonna say it's about people. This girl Tina saying, if you are earning less than
5,000 rand, quit your job.
quit your job.
And I do think, I don't know how crazy people were, but I just see that I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? Why would someone quit their day job? You know, and
really?
I think people got like too excited, man, and they started believing, because the whole point for them, the initial, I think, point, because you know how these people who are selling things play with our emotions, they sell to us certain emotions. For us, we were made to believe. Yes. You needed to believe. But if you wanted to go a long way, you needed to believe. But also, if you wanted to crash really hard, you needed to believe. Until now, we lacked belief.
Yeah.
we lacked belief. Yes, I think
We're
they tried
doubting.
to convince us so many times.
Doubting.
And at some point, I did see myself being convinced, but I
We'll call
still
each other and
lacked-
be like,
yo,
see
I
what they
lacked
just
belief. Yes, you consult.
said.
Yeah, but when you consult so many people before making a decision, you're probably doubting it.
Yeah.
You're doubting it so bad because it's either questioning your morals or whatnot. But yeah, we lacked belief. So that's why we didn't suffer that much. And I really hope you enjoyed this video. And I hope if you have more questions, if you just wanna, I don't know, whatever question you have, whatever comment you have, drop it down below. And we'll engage with it. We'll
Also, if you have been into the pyramid scheme, you have experience, share your story, tell us the name. We would love to know what's out there.
So
how you will benefit.
Yeah, but if it walks like a dog, barks like a dog.
I wouldn't mind, okay, if you can recommend me to something else that has fast money in it.